Hey guys, it's Alena. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for the exit speech. I just couldn't book it off work, so that's why I'm recording this exit speech instead. I couldn't really figure out how to record myself on my laptop, so I'm doing a selfie recording kind of a thing on my cell phone. So that's why it's a little bit like woo, turbulence when you watch me, so don't get too dizzy. Okay, so just so that you guys know where I'm taking my speech, where I'm taking my speech, I'll be just kind of like asking my own questions or what I'm going to talk about, and then I'll kind of elaborate. The first one is my past experience in CAC. I definitely applied for a froshy position or for froshy, but then I did not make it. So instead, I just went to the CAC events and really got to know the club better. I went to the ski and snowboard trip, which was amazing, which is one of the best experiences as a university student at SFU. And then the next year, when I thought, hey, I know the club a little bit better, I applied again as a community coordinator and then got in as Blake as my director. And then now I'm the community director. And that's how I got here. And why I decided to run was just because I did want to make a few changes within the community department, especially just my main concern was really just the hype of community department. I remember when I was a coordinator, it was really exciting and new and fun in the beginning, but then towards the end, everybody started kind of fading out and didn't really have much of a motivation. And because the coordinators weren't motivated and excited, the exec body wasn't really too excited about our events, and then the members didn't really know about it, and so just kind of like a spread, kind of like a contagion thing. So I really wanted to make sure that the hype about community department was high all year long. And yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why I decided to run as for a community director. Some experiences that I've gained as a director is definitely leadership and how to lead a team. Just because I've never been in that kind of situation before, it's definitely my first experience leading a team. I've never really done anything in high school, like the school clubs in high school, or even in my other club, UNICEF SFU. I never really led my own group. My roles were generally kind of individual tasks or teamwork where we discussed and kind of like made decisions, and not rather than like leading a team and planning an event and stuff. So that's definitely an experience because I've never led a team. Some things that didn't go well, because of my lack of experience as a team leader, I wasn't really able to, how do I say this? I wasn't really able to, lead the weekly meetings as efficiently as possible. I didn't really know the use of an agenda, like sending it out before meetings and stuff. So when we had meetings, I really didn't know what our agenda was. I just kind of would think on the spot and be like, oh, are we missing something? Like, are there any other things that we need to discuss? Like, the meetings weren't really organized, and that's definitely something that I could work on in the future as well. Okay, and then how I faced those obstacles is, in the beginning, I just didn't really, to be honest, to be blunt, I just didn't know better. So towards the end, I decided, towards the end, when I found out that, an agenda is crucial for meetings, I kind of started to write my own agenda before a meeting, and then from there, the meetings got a little bit more smooth, or the meetings got smoother. I don't know which one's the proper English. Anyways, And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is the benefit of being on EC. The benefit of being a part of EC is that you as a team, you guys make it your own year. Although there are boundaries, you get to decide how you want to run that year. So, for example, in our year, Sunny was external and ski trip director, of course, with Tia's help. But generally that does not happen just because we usually have a director per team or per department. But for this year, we made that exception, and Sunny said that she could take on that workload. So we made that exception as a team and combined the two departments together. So being part of EC, you get to make these cool decisions as a team and kind of make your year unique, whether it be such a big change like our year with the Sunny's department, or just like small changes, which could be like, for example, cat hunt. Shireen brought that again from Rob's year. So what I liked about EC and what I didn't like about EC, well, what I did like was that we got to make these cool decisions, of course. What I didn't like was we just lacked some EC as a team. We kind of lacked teamwork and communication skills. We were not really able to fully communicate with one another. So my suggestion for next EC is definitely have a strategy of communicating with one another and make sure that every EC member is on the same page, so that if somebody approaches you with a question, you guys all will have the same answer, and not some people will say this and some people will say that. Okay, next one is just the workload, how I juggled work, school, CAC, etc. So I do have a busy life, just because I have CAC, the community director here, and then I had UNICEF, which I was VPI, and then I had school. First semester I took 4 courses, and then on top of that I had 2 jobs. I worked at Lululemon and Calvin Klein, so I really definitely had a full plate. How I juggled, I really don't know how I did it, but I mean, my GPA's died because of it, but but I definitely used my agenda. I know it's old school, but I cannot live without it. It's with me at all times. Like, I don't even know, like, if people want to hang out with me, I have to be like, okay, let me check my agenda. It's with me all the time. Okay, and then let's see, what else can I talk about? Oh, if you're thinking of running, just do it. Don't, like as Nike would say, just do it. Don't think too much of it, just do it. It will benefit you. It is the best experience that you'll ever have. You get to be a Frosty leader, which is really, really awesome. It's like you get your own little family and your little babies. It's definitely rewarding. And then what else did I have? Was it worth it? Definitely, it was worth it. I got to know a lot of sweet people, like my department and my Froshies, and of course, the community. We made our goal of $1,000 or more. Whoop whoop. And then the last question that I'm going to answer is, what is it like being a Frosty leader? Honestly, it's like one of the most rewarding thing ever. You get to kind of be the mentor for first years and kind of like lead them through how university life will be, and you kind of nurture them, I guess. But I kind of do feel bad for my not for my Froshies, but just my whole Froshy team, just because I wasn't really there for you guys. I was too busy with my other stuff. Like, I didn't realize how much time a Frosty team would take, but I still love you all. I love you guys. Joey and Joyce, Melody, Frank, Nat, and the other Joey and Erica. Like, I love you guys, like, so we should definitely have a social soon. Anyway, so not to go off topic, I think that's pretty much it that I want to say about being a community director. It's honestly, if you're thinking about it, just do it. If you guys have any more questions, send me an email or text me. Don't send me a Facebook message just because it seems like I'm not really checking it these days. So don't send me a Facebook message. Just send me a text or send me an email. And if you don't have my number, it's just ask somebody. I'm sure somebody has my number. Anyways, I love you guys. Mwah! Have a good day.